Hi, welcome. Oh, thank you for joining me, Debs Cooper, Global Stressologist. We are here live. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh my God, today we are talking about emotional management for the holidays. Let me just make sure I've got this, because this is where things blow. And when I talk about blow, they blow from places where you didn't even know they were going to blow from, because what you've stored about a lot of things just explode. Let's put it that way. That's a nicer way of putting it, because you already know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to give you some hot top tips on how to deal with your emotional outbursts, deal with other people's emotional outbursts, deal with anything emotional management for this holiday period. Now, this is the last one in our Controlled Christmas Chaos series, number 3. So I would love to know if you're here live or if you're here on a replay and where you are in the world. And I'm going to ask you at the end what tips you really enjoyed. And if you've got any more that I've missed off, I would really love to know them. So let's just literally crack right on, because there's no time just to get in there but right now. So number one is being aware. And when I talk about being aware, just know that life isn't all rosy with no challenge, because we go, I don't want any challenge, I'm sick of challenges, 2022 has been a heck of a year, it's just too much, Christmas every year is I want it perfect, I want everything laid out perfect, I want the perfect presents, I want the perfect partner, I want the perfect. Yes, you can have perfection, but you also must be aware that life will give you challenges. You cannot have no challenges in your life. Challenges actually make you grow. So if you don't have challenges that are actually enough to make you wake up and look at things differently, you will be bored. And when I talk about being bored, you'll also be boring, because people love a good challenge. And when I'm talking about a good challenge, I'm not talking about the one that's going to make you rock and suck your thumb in the corner like really extreme. But I'm talking about a good challenge. We like to go, here's a puzzle. Oh, I don't like puzzles. Let's see if I can figure this out. Like, there's got to be some inspiration, some little thing to keep your juices going. So don't be delusional. Don't be delusional. You cannot only have one side of the equation. There is going to be two sides to everything. So be aware of that. When I say challenge, and I'm not talking about the one where you get stuck in the corner, pick your challenges. Pick what challenges you would like to deal with and handle them. So maybe you're like, oh, it's going to be a beautiful day. Oh, what if it gets a little bit cold? Like, pick your challenges that are manageable for you. Because when you're actually acknowledging challenges and picking challenges, the universe will provide in more ways than you actually even expect. But if you're just thinking, I'm not going to have a challenge and everything's going to be perfect and whatever perfection is to you, you're clearly delusional, because you must have some challenges in your world to grow from. Everybody has challenges. Prime Minister has challenges. The President has challenges. Multi-millionaires have challenges. Single mums have challenges. Single dads have challenges. Children have challenges. We all have a challenge, so just pick your challenges. And somebody close to me constantly tells me, you lose your battles to win the war. And I could never understand. I'm like, lose your battles to win the war? Meaning, let that small stuff go, because you're going for the big kahuna where you're going to win that challenge or that battle or whatever you want to call it. So pick your battles. Pick your challenges. Be aware of them, because you're going to have them anyway. It's much easier for you to control. So tip number two. Oh, did you get yourself a pen and paper? Because clearly I'm going to be going through these. Tip number 2 is a T word, and it's called triggers. So when I talk about triggers, be aware of your triggers. So they could be things like, oh, Christmas Day, there's going to be, every Christmas Day, Uncle Bob gets drunk. So be aware that Uncle Bob gets drunk. Be aware that you're going to be on edge for Uncle Bob. Be aware that there's going to be alcohol involved. So be aware of your triggers. Now, you don't have to like your triggers. You do not have to like your triggers until you talk to me, and I'll teach you how to love those triggers and leverage off those triggers. But you don't have to like them, but just acknowledge that they are there. You must acknowledge that they are there, because it helps you part of your healing. Acknowledgement is like the biggest step The massive biggest step you can do in healing with your glitches or whatever it is just acknowledgement. Yes, I know I did that. Yes, they did that. Acknowledging that stuff, especially for yourself. I did this. I played the role in this. Acknowledgement is a big step in your healing process. So the more you're blind and oblivious and ignorant, or don't want to look at that, no, can't see that, any of that stuff, you're going to get more and more to get you up leveling till you can actually open your eyes. So do yourself a favor, be aware of your triggers. That's all you can do. Just be aware. You don't have to like them or anything, but just be aware. Okay, I've got these triggers. This is what it means to me. That's fine. That's it. And leave it at that. So be aware of your triggers. Number three. Number three is, you know, my favorite two words, GB. Glitter bomb. Glitter bomb, glitter bomb, glitter bomb. Do more of it. When you're trying to control your emotions, do whatever lights you up. If it's a candle, I have a beautiful candle here that I take the lid off. I never even light it. I don't even light it. I lift it and the smell just wafts into my office and it's beautiful. Candle. If you like to cook, go cook. If you want to cook and no one's going to eat it, cook it and donate it somewhere. Put it on the local Facebook page. I'm sure someone's going to take it. Get in your garden. Do whatever you have your glitter bomb moment for. Read a book. Read a book. Jump into bed. I do know when I get into bed, you know, at night I go, oh, there's just something about crawling into my bed with beautiful comfy sheets and a lovely pillow on them. Oh, this is heaven. So whatever it is, do more of whatever that glitter bomb is, and going to bed during the day is actually okay. Don't think, okay, so if you're the host for Christmas and you've got a lot of people here, although we've actually done Christmas, and you want to go to bed, might not be the best idea, or you can just say to people, just give me 30 minutes or something and tuck yourself away. But you must do something for yourself to give yourself that respect. So glitter bomb is a great one. Whatever lights you up, do more of it. For me, I love talking to clients, and if a client texts me, you know, and I'm quickly on that phone to them to deal with whatever's going on in their world. That's my glitter bomb. Absolutely my glitter bomb, as you might have picked up over the years if you've followed me. So glitter bomb's number three. Number four. Number four is this thing. And this is called a tongue. And I'm telling you to hold your tongue, but not bite your tongue. I'm talking about hold it as in walk away. Walk away if there's a discussion that seems to be coming like this. Walk away, but tell them, I'll be back to finish this conversation very shortly. I just need some time out. You can't just turn around and walk away because that's a little bit disrespectful. Well, you can, but you're possibly going to have someone who's going to chase you. But just say, look, I'll just be back in a sec. I just need some time out. I'll just be back in a moment. Don't say I'm going to be back in 5 minutes, because they might be clock counting. They might be waiting on 6 minutes going, she said 5 minutes. We're now 6 minutes. What is she doing? Is she coming back or not? So just say I'll be back soon. Soon can be any time today, tomorrow, as long as you come back. That's the key, as long as you come back. So walk away, but tell them you're going to walk away. The other thing is, and you've heard me talk about this before when I say hold your tongue but not bite your tongue, is are they a worthy opponent? Are they worth having this conversation with? Are they going to hear it? Are they going to feel it? Is it just them making a point? Whatever it is. So if they're not going to hear your conversation, if they're not going to understand where you're coming from, just quit it. Just quit while you can, because they're not going to hear it. You cannot push a wet noodle. It is so difficult to push a wet noodle, so you better not to. There's a word called ego and there's a word called humble. And often when this is what's happening, there's an ego and then there's somebody who's just taking it, humble. So be aware of where you're sitting in ego if you're desperate to get your point across, or if you're just like, it's not worth it. It's not even worth having this conversation with so-and-so now. I had the same thing with my dad. My dad said something to me and I sat on it for a couple of minutes and then I went, just going to go back. Now, it was my ego. It wasn't my humble that went back and had the conversation with Dad. The point I was trying to get across, and Dad went, well, the point I was trying to get across. So instantly, we both went to ego. And so then I was just like, let me listen to your point. So it's really great for you to just be aware of that ego versus humble, because we both had it, and that could have blown way out of proportion, but we changed the dynamics as quick as we both could. So remember that ego versus humble. And another one, when somebody comes at you, because they do come at you, because, you know, you're human, they do come at you, is hand on your heart. Hand on your heart, 1 or 2. Hand on your heart, breathe. Just remind yourself that this is where you live, in here to make these decisions, not here. This is humble. Hand on heart is humble all the way. And you will always be rewarded for humbleness. Hand on heart, just breathe. Let them have their say, whatever it is. Walk away, hand on heart, walk away, whatever. Hand on heart is one of my favorite, quickest ways to resolution. The other one is respect. And I think of Aretha Franklin, and Ashley, I'm going to say hi to you about Aretha Franklin. Some little bit of respect in there. But respect yourself and others. Often people just want to help. People go, can I help you with this? Often people just want to help. And when we're like, stop interfering, stop doing this, they often just want to help, because you know for yourself you want to help someone. If someone says, oh, I've got this problem, or I don't know what to get the kids for Christmas, or I don't know what we're doing for New Year, and there's all these little ideas, so you're trying to help, going, what about this, or what about this, or you could do this, you know, and you're giving all these ideas, but sometimes they just want to offload. So I had a friend who would offload stuff, she'd say, and she'd moan about, I'd say moan, let's just moan. She'd moan about stuff, and I'd be like, oh my God. Okay, so I want to jump in to help her. And I'd jump in to help her, and she'd just go, can you just let me moan? Can you just let me have my say? Can you just shut up for the time being? Okay, great. I didn't know that. And it was only when she was really swearing that I went, oh my God, she's serious. I need to listen. So be aware of those people around you, but just also be aware that people often just want to help you. So what they're doing, they think they're caring, but sometimes you can take it whatever way. So listen if you feel it. Listen if you feel like this is what it is. You're never too old to learn. You are never too old to learn. There's actually something on Facebook that I've found that says, how old were you when you found out how to use a tin opener? How old were you when you found out how to, and there's so simple things in the kitchen or in the living, and you're like, wow, I didn't even know you could do that. So how old were you when you found out? You're never too old to learn. So be flexible. Be flexible. I think 2020 taught us how to be flexible and learn how to pivot. So don't be firm in your decisions. And remember that ego versus humble again, because it is a way of respecting yourself and respecting them. And, you know, the old saying, lose the battles to win the war, which actually brings up my next tip. So my next tip is, and there was a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and I could never understand what it meant, but it's exactly that. Pick your challenges, lose the battle to win the war, let 3 things go before you want the 4th one to make an emphasis, whatever it is. But if you are counting, if you're saying, well, I let you choose dinner the last 3 nights, it's my turn tonight. If you are counting there 3 times and you've had 0, you are not sitting in humble. You are sitting in ego. You've done this. You've done this. You've done this. So if you want to choose whatever for dinner on the 4th night, then just say, when you choose tonight, can I do tomorrow night? Let it out. But don't sweat the small stuff. Only if you want to choose, or let them do it. If they're in their glitter bomb zone, I'm not going to change that. If you want to choose for dinner, go for it. I'm not going to hold on to that. Now, actually, cooking's not really my big thing anyway. So, but that to me is, I'm not going to argue about that. I'm not going to fight over that. I've got better things to do than deal with. And if you stay in your glitter zone, I just love seeing you in your glitter zone. So don't sweat the small stuff, because these are the things that build, and just go, okay, that's one of those things. I'm letting it go. Put it into your hand. That's a kiss into your hand, whatever it is. Blow it, send it on its way. Let it go. The other thing is one that I learned, and you'll know if you're a manifestor, this is a great one, is set your intention. And when I say set your intention, I'm talking about, what do you desire? If you would like to have an amazing, emotional, free, festive season, what does that look like? Does it mean getting into bed early? Does it mean getting out of bed late? Does it mean eating certain foods? Does it mean having people around? Set your intention of what you desire. Then you're going to find out those people you're going to communicate with. What about those around you? Because if you're in an intimate relationship and you say, I want to party. I want to party New Year's Eve. And the other person goes, I don't want to party. So you're both going to have a lopsided perception. So set what you desire first, and then find out what those around you, and see if you can come to that beautiful engagement where it's a win-win for all. So, like, and when I think about this, I think about New Year's celebration. I think about, you don't both go out drinking if you haven't sorted out who's driving. Who's driving? Are we getting a cab? Are we getting an Uber? Are we getting whatever? Is someone taking us home? Is somebody driving? Whatever. You don't both go out and party if you haven't sorted that last part. So set your intention and desires of what you like, and then what they like as well. So if you're not clear on what your intentions are, how can the universe provide you? How can you actually get what you want if you're not clear? This is a great one for 2023 as we enter this. What do you want out of 2023? That's another Facebook Live, as it is. So the last tip I'm going to give you is, you are not alone. Actually, there's a song, You Are Not Alone. I don't even know if that's actually a song. And yes, I did sing that just for a moment. So remember, I am here. I am here for you. Reach out to me. You can jump on any of my videos on YouTube. You can look through my Facebook page here, group here, and get some tips, whatever it is. But remember, you are not alone. I am here for you. And also, there's so many other people out there for you. So I'm going to go back to, I'm just going to look at my notes here. What have we got? We've got number 3. I'm going to go back to number 3. And number 3 was glitter bomb yourself. Remember, you're not alone. Glitter bomb yourself. Do whatever lights you up. But know that you do not have to go through anything alone with what's going on for your emotion. And the very last one before I wrap up is gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you don't have. Be grateful for those around you. Be grateful for those not around you. Be grateful for what you've done. Be grateful for what you've not done. Be grateful for you being here, being able to watch this video wherever you are in the world and having that opportunity. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Life doesn't happen to you to muck you up. It happens for you. We're going through life together. Let's make it the best and the most amazing time you can actually have. So that's me on my 3-part series of emotional management for the holidays, the old Christmas chaos, controlling that Christmas chaos. If you love today, you know what I'm going to say, if you love today, if you liked a little bit of it, the next step is for you to share it. Share it with those you care about. Share it with those you don't care about, because you secretly do. But share, share, share. I would really love you to share this video with those. Thank you very much. And I am just a message away. Have a fabulous day today, evening today, and for the rest of the week. And I will see you next year. I'm going to say next year because very soon it's going to be next year. I might just jump on here before then. You never know. But thanks very much for joining Debs Cooper, Global Stressologist, on my Control Christmas Chaos. That is me signing off, over and out. Thank you. See ya.